Franny here, wanting to talk to you about the Liberty game and the Sparks game. It was close for the majority of the game, lots of lead changes, and then finally the Liberty came through and ended up winning by about 10. So the shots just wouldn't fall for them towards the end. Of course, A'ja Wilson had a great game, but the entire team for the Liberty, including Sabrina Ionescu, really came through for them. So kudos to them. That means we'll have a new champion, which I always like to see. I think, I was just really, the whole season, I love Becky Hammond, but I think she really needs to rein in her kids and play basketball instead of arguing and begging for calls from the officials. And that was evident last night when they were behind. They were just really looking for a call, when there was a question whether Stewart fouled Carrington. So it wasn't necessary. So I need her to be a better example. But kudos, they've had a good season. I think they're not being used to making money and doing commercials and everything. Just made them a little bit more laid back. I think not having Chelsea Gray the whole season hurt them a bit, and I don't feel she played as confident as she normally plays. She did a good job on the last game, but has to be that way all the way through. So, okay, let's talk about the Lynx now versus the Connecticut Sun. I said that game would be close if it weren't so physical. It really got physical, especially in the fourth quarter. The other thing that I did not count on, and I don't think the Lynx counted on, was Hayes. Hayes gave them the dimension that they needed from the outside, and that with the physicalness took the Lynx right out of the game. So the Minnesota Lynx will be going home for this game. A lot of this is still going to depend on the officiating and how close it's going to be called. If it's a very rough game, Minnesota's going to have a tough time, but they've come this far, and I know they want it, so I think they have the better all-around team, but that can vary from game to game. Carlton was not on. McBride was not on this past game. Collier played her usually good game. Williams was solid, not one of her great games, but her backup guard came on and played very well for them. So I hope it is the Minnesota Lynx, and I think they are the better team, but you have a lot of surprises, whether Mabrey's on, whether they're controlling the boards, but their ball movement, the Lynx, is really, really good. They don't do a lot of standing, and so all they have to do is come out and play good offensive and defensive game and control the boards and keep the tempo upbeat. And I think they'll win. And I think it'll be a great series if it ends up being the Lynx or the Sun. But I'm pulling for the Lynx tonight. They've worked extremely hard as a group, and neither the Liberty or the Lynx are teams that argue about calls for the most part. It may be maybe once or something like that or whatever, but they sure have had to a little bit more with the way that these games have been called. But I think it'll be refreshing because these teams just want to play basketball if it ends up being the Lynx against the New York Liberty. But if not, then I think the Liberty will prevail. Otherwise, if it's the Lynx, I think it'll go back and forth. So it's going to be good basketball no matter what. So tune in and have a great evening, and let's see what happens. Okay, take care. Don't forget to subscribe to Franny's Corner. Okay, bye.